Good morning. Okay, great. Thanks for that help. My name is Kim Pangrass, and I'm on the Mission Beyond Ourselves Committee, which is the focus here around global missions at the church. The Mission Around Ourselves Committee, MAO, is for more local outreach and projects. So I'm here to share an update on our partnership with Canadian Foodgrains Bank, CFGB for short, in case I say CFGB. But first of all, I want to start I have a little pop quiz for all of you. If there are any farmers in the group, or maybe people that grew up on a farm, can you hold maybe your responses? We don't want to give things away. So Winston, if you want to pop up this picture, and as you all look at it, I'm curious to know, and maybe you don't need to answer because it might be embarrassing at the lack of information you all know, well, I did anyways, is what do you see in this photo? What's the machinery that you see? And kids, this is for you too, if you want to look up, because this actually includes all of us in the church. So there's a crop. Well, maybe. What's happening? What time of year was this photo taken? Where is it? Great answer. So we're going to come back to this photo, and there's a connection here with Westview, with what you see here. So stay tuned for that. So I'm going to share a little bit about, Westview has had a long history of supporting Canadian Foodgrains Bank through our Christmas donation. And when our other partner chose to move on to other projects, we decided it was an opportunity for us to really explore our involvement with CFGB and where we go from here. And so through discernment and prayer, MBO decided that we believe in the work that CFGB is doing more than ever. And part of that was being able to see through our partnership with Rwanda, actually, to be able to see the work of CFGB on the ground. Winston, you can flip to the next. So this is just the website of CFGB. And as you can see, it's a collaboration of different churches and denominations. We work through Canadian Baptist Ministries, which is our global missions arm for our denomination. And so that's their goal is to work together to end global hunger. And our Rwanda partnership really gave us the opportunity to see CFGB's work on the ground. And I want to show you an example. Next slide, Winston. I'm going to show you a couple of slides of things that we actually saw. I think almost every trip has been able to see the work. Slides are from when I was there. And so what you'll see here, this slide shows, it's kind of hard to tell, but there's the CBM, Canadian Baptist Ministries, as well as Canadian Foodgrains Bank, and IBER, which is our Rwanda affiliate. So this project that we got to see had the sign up to show who was connected and partnered with it. Next slide. So this is Jacqueline. She was one of the lead farmers that we got to see. And you'll notice that she has a notebook there. She was very meticulous on her notes. They are audited. Actually, Dawn said that they actually probably, as we speak, or if they would have just been to a project, there are projects that will be audited in Rwanda recently. So she took very meticulous notes on the work that she did. And what CFGB will do is they will teach local farmers on how to grow their crops. As you can see, this picture looks very different than the one that we saw at the front at the beginning. Next slide. This is Jeanne d'Arc, and she is the field supervisor for this project. Next slide. Anyone have any idea what this is? Kids, now you're allowed to shout out any answers. Anyone know? Kids, you see? This is called cassava. Did someone actually say that? Good job, wow. This is called cassava. And the next slide, please. It's kind of hard to tell, but what you'll see on this photo is the difference between farmers that were taught techniques on growing crops and farmers that weren't. So this is Andre Sibamana. He is our Canadian Baptist Ministries Africa rep. And you'll see his one hand that's pointing down shows the height of a cassava plant that was not, the farmers weren't educated on how to treat it. And the one you can see on his right shows the difference. It's significant. You can see it through your own eyes. And so it The difference that this makes their neighbors notice and wonder what is going on and how did you grow those crops? Because obviously it makes a huge difference. Cassava is a root vegetable. It's actually the third largest source of carbohydrates between rice and maize. And you'll see it a lot in the tropics where there might be famine. It's a crop that's grown. So on a side note, actually, Andre Sibamana will actually be at our church on June 11th, and we'll be having dessert night with him. We welcome everyone to come out. Kids, youth, adults, everyone is welcome to come. And he's going to talk more about the work of our partnership as well as what he is doing in Rwanda. Next slide, please. Oh, actually, can you go back? I don't want to give anything away yet. So as you can see, we really believe that we needed to stick with this project. And so I could be up here all day describing how this might work, but basically it came down to two options. We could give money directly to Canadian Foodgrains Bank, and then our money is matched. As many of you have known, that model has been shared here by the Canadian government. The other option is kind of how CFGB began, was through local farmers, and they were called grow projects. They continue today, and what happens is that it involves a community of farmers that come together. They donate land, they donate seed, combines at harvest. There's actually a really cool photo online of an aerial shot of they put out the call and say, does anyone have a combine that we can use? And they come out. It's quite amazing to harvest the land. And so that money from that crop is then donated to CFGB. So in that regard, our money goes even further. So our donation, now we'll go to the next slide. This is the money that we donated from our Christmas donation went towards seeding this crop. So when we reached out to CFGB for grow projects around Alberta, we wanted to look at one that was maybe closer to home, something that maybe we could visit and could use our partnership. And so 3 members from the Central Alberta Committee in Lacombe came down to visit us as an MBO, and we just felt like there was something more that we could do. So the Central Alberta Committee is a collaboration of many churches in their area. They're non-denominational, and they all work together. So we felt that this could become more than just a donation. They are keen on building relationships with their donors, and part of this might include educating on our farming too. Just as I told you about farming in Rwanda, many of us, including myself, growing up in the city, wouldn't be able to tell you what's happening in that photo. So I'm just going to read what is going on. Any answers now, actually? Any farmers in the group that want to give it a go? Okay, let me tell you what this is. So we are very enthused about our growing project this year. What makes us excited, we are growing our crop on the same piece of land that the Central Alberta Growing Project grew its first crop 30 years ago. Instead of growing canola, which we have grown for many years, we are growing peas. One of the reasons that peas will be grown is that the land was not fertilized last year, and peas do not require the same amount of fertilizer as canola. Peas are nitrogen fixators, so that will be replenished in the soil. It is a new experience led by the younger farmers in our group. It is anticipated that the peas will be in bloom in July, and we plan to send you an invitation to see the crop at that time. Peas are ready for harvest earlier than canola, so harvest may occur in August or early September. So as you can see, as many of us that maybe don't know a lot of farming, this is our opportunity to go out and see where our money actually went towards, and to be able to visit this project. If you want to follow them, it's called the Central Alberta Growing Projects. They have a Facebook page. And the next slide. This is just another angle of the seeding. This would have been taken so in the Lacombe area just a couple weeks ago. These are recent pictures of the difference already that we are making. I think our world now needs more than ever partnerships between rural and urban, and a project like this shows we have something in common, and it's to work towards ending world hunger and building towards food security. So we're pretty excited about this. And if you have any questions, again, I could go on for quite a while explaining a lot of details that I wasn't able to today, I'll be in the back. I'm happy to answer any further questions that we have. And like I said, hopefully in July, if you're around, families, youth, kids will all be welcome to go out and see the peas in bloom. And next slide. Thank you.